Hello and happy Friday. My name is Michael Leeserman here with the Trial Guide's tip of the day. The date is September 12th, 2025. Our tip today comes from Jesse Wilson from his book, Witness Preparation, How to Tell the Winning Story. And here to read the tip today is Jesse Wilson himself. Welcome, Jesse.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Here we go. All right. There is nothing in the rules of trial that tell you to present your victim like the victim. The winning story is a story of triumph, a story of never giving up. Even when the odds are stacked against them, the witness, and you've got a real tragedy on your hands, no one cares. Show us the opposite of the pain, and everyone cares.
So the winning story is a story of triumph, of never giving up. This is really the theme in a lot of your work that's been very successful for me and for a lot of lawyers. So I wonder if you can tell us more about that, please.
Yeah, when I ask lawyers to describe their case, and it's understandable, I get it, but it's immediately, oh, this is a story of loss. This is a story of hopelessness. This is a story of a young girl who'll never get her mother back. Well, and that's true. And obviously, we're dealing with tragedy. But what if you reframe that? You said this is a story of a young girl who's trying, a young woman who's trying to find the strength, find the hope in her life again after her mom is killed. That reframe make me think about why we're here? Of course not. In fact, if anything, that reframe allows me to see the tragedy in technicolor. So jurors are problem solvers, Michael. You know this. We want the jurors solving the problems in the right direction versus the wrong direction. And what I mean by that is this is why I will always tell the witness, stop saying the word can't, even if it's true that you can't do this. Stop saying the word can't. And it's interesting because jurors, and I polled them, when they hear the word can't, they immediately think about somebody in their life who's got it way worse than your client, or maybe doesn't have it way worse than their client, but they'll be thinking, oh, okay, you've got that problem. Well, my Uncle Harry, he's got a plate in his head and he's a Vietnam vet. And look what we could do despite. And my wife is a stage 4 breast cancer survivor. And look what she's able to do. That's solving the problem in the wrong direction. But when the witness, and it's really interesting, says it's hard for me to, or it's difficult for me to, or it's a challenge for me to, struggle, any words are acceptable, but can't. Now the jurors are solving the problem in the right direction. But take that example and apply that to your entire case. You've now flipped the script and you're now telling the story of the victor rather than the story of the victim. So don't let the word victim seduce you into thinking that's what the story is about.
I love to give my clients in injury cases an example from a case I had. Wow, it must have been 25 years ago. I had a client who all of her limbs were amputated. And so in the deposition, the defense lawyer asked her, what things can't you do anymore? You know, there's the usual, what can't you do? What's more difficult? And they started with, what can't you do? And she said, I can do everything.
Mm,
It takes a
mm.
little more time, but I can do everything. Um, they paid policy limits within 30 minutes of the end of her deposition.
Believe it. I love it. That's it. That's a prime example. Yeah, I have a similar scenario. It was actually not too long ago. And it's funny, the witness was not even prepped in this, but it was in deposition. What it was exactly what you're saying. What can't you do anymore? And the woman that we were working with, the plaintiff said, I hate the word can't. I don't like that word. And it threw the defense attorney off guard, but it's the same idea. That's a good thing. The word can't should feel like battery acid on your witness's tongue.
Thank you very much for your wisdom today. I hope that everyone takes it in. We don't need to cling to the can'ts and the things our clients cannot do. We want to show our client working to overcome the odds. That's where the story is. And that's where the jury will be motivated to return a verdict, and a large verdict, in favor of your client.
How are they trying to overcome their pain? Precisely.
Thank you, Jesse.
Thanks, Michael.
Let's take a deep breath together and be grateful to be alive this Friday. May the work that we do today help to reduce the suffering in the world, in our own lives, in our clients' lives, in the lives of everyone we touch. May we repair the world with the work we do. May we accomplish justice with the work that we do. May we fiercely and compassionately champion our clients' causes. I'm going to ring a bell 3 times now. This can take you into a meditation practice, a prayer practice, or just let the sounds wash over you and remind you, I'm alive. It's Friday. Go out, do good things, have a great day, have a great weekend, and have fun while you're doing it.